संगम
ये फोटो भैया जी के पास है मतलब कोई तो नहीं चाह अभी बातें
ওই যে করছি খেলবো না যাতে বাইক না আইতারে হ্যাঁ বাড়ির বগলে দিকে দূরে করবো মায়ের দালাইতে
ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওটাকে একটা লাইক করে দেবেন চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দেবেন
আমার বিদায়
So the calm before the storm. A game this so engraved into sporting history. These two teams have squared up so many times before. It is a rivalry whose significance has never been diluted and never ever will be. All stemming from that simple dread at the very idea of losing each to the other. Everyone here is obliged to win. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, it is time to let them at it.
Well, it's certainly going to be huge, Peter. The demands, both physical and mental, on these players out there will be massive. And there's going to be a big responsibility on both captains to keep the players in check. We need talkers to ensure that everyone plays the game, and not this occasion.
And already we're underway here. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. A game this so far beyond the ordinary. see making the difference here?
Well, someone I really like, Peter, is Lautaro Martinez. The graft, the energy, the dynamism. He's got all those properties we expect from South American forwards. And he's also someone who's quite happy to drop back, whether to receive the ball or to make up defensive numbers.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Stojkovic.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, there's a probing ball.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He has a look up. Oh, he's been caught napping. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Messi. And he was quick to react. Inter Milan were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
No luck with that dink over the top. Now it's Lewandowski, and that is a little undercooked. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Kaka. And it's Van Dijk. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That has not gone well. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Gakpo. Gakpo! Oh, split-second reaction.
Gakpo clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওটাকে একটা লাইক করে দেবেন।
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Up he goes! And he's there to get it away. Hit into the middle.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Acerbi and Akanji. And it's Barella. Great vision.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Defending of the desperate variety. He's gone for goal! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, it has been confrontational, combative, competitive. Everything you'd expect from Derby Day. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Atalanta have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Barella. Dumfries. Knocks it into space. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Dumfries. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Aims beyond the defence. He gets big. Goal! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
It's Sucic. Now it's DiMarco. Can he get it through? Well, they've got it again. And here's DiMarco. Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. DiMarco. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. Inter really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible... And the shots! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the pass is intercepted. That has been slung wide. And it's Denzel Dumfries. The ball has bounced loose now. That's going to go a long way. Taken back almost at once. And he's gone looking for safety. Atalanta preparing now to welcome the final whistle. Oh, easy pickings there. And that has been clubbed away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Dumfries providing an outlet of decent chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Substitution in progress.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. So, time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision making.
Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Acerbi. Barella looking to play a chance. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Atalanta have held on doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. The end of the game. Reflections?
That is a superb win. This is one of those games where the result justifies whatever means. Just look at the players celebrating with the fans. Everyone pumped. Takes me back.
Well, that's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye.
টিপ যে পরে 5,000 টাকা দিয়ে খরচ ঠিক ঠিক ছবি দিয়েছে
নিচে উঠা নিচে নামা কেমন আছে দেখ
খবর চাই
আগে একটা খবর দিতে
ওনাদের শপথ করে দে ও মারেন খালাদা দিয়ে কেক
সেরকম দেখেছি
সাউন্ড কমো,
क्या
সাউন্ড কমো। ভূমিকম্প হয়েছে, ঢাকায় থাকলে এডি আর হইতা না, নমাজের ইয়াতে হরি থাকতে যে অবস্থা হয়েছে বিল্ডিং আমি ঘরকে দূর দেওয়া রাস্তা। प्लीज़ बाजार घर वीडियो को वॉचिंग करते हैं, वीडियो को लाइक कर देवें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देवें। যারা ভিডিও को वॉचिंग করতেছেন ভিডিও को একটা লাইক করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Portugal have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, most teams that use the system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. We often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just extremely flexible with all the numbers I've mentioned.
Tries to play it through. Plays a sharp little ball here. Over to the left. Martinelli. Mbappe tries a shot! Goal! Portugal! Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
I doubt very much that the header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Portugal are looking to go forward now.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Mbappe. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Showing good feet. Plays it in low. And this is Nakata. Vitinha. And that's a simple one for the keeper. It's a pretty loose pass. Gabriel. And it's Azar. 30 minutes gone. Rijkaard cuts it out. Marquinhos is there to clear. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Rijkaard. Martinelli. That pass isn't the best. Martinelli. He's offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
It's and again! They've done it! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to see the initiative from here.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count. Up he goes! It's a loose ball. Cleared without complication.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Gakpo. He has found the way through. Threads one in. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. And the first half is done. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Al Nassr have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession. Chances. Okay.
Big chance! Goal! Portugal! And they've got their lead back.
Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Portugal get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Martinelli. Vitinha. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but came to nothing. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's heaved it away. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Message hits a shot! Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Engages and forces him off the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Al Nassr really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Al Nassr can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That's going to go a long way. Rijkaard. Just about up to 75 minutes. Nakata is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not...
And the shot! It's in! And surely now, the results beyond doubt. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
So here comes a substitution. So the lead now is 2.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do.
Had too much room. It was one of those instances when desperate measures were called for, and it was a reckless lunge.
Diogo Costa will have to save it here, or there's real trouble. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, as decisive as it comes. Spot chosen, spot hit.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian. It's starting to look like a done deal now.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Quality ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less.
প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন ভাই।
একবারে খাবি?
প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। তোমার কথা আমি না, আমার ভিউজরা সব গেছে এত জোরে কথা কইছো তুমি।
তো ওই রুমে দেখ ঘুম হচ্ছে
ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দেবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দেবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে পাশে থাকবেন ভাই।
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So off we go then. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in...
Great chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it, and he shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Now it's Batistuta. And now they can spring out of defence. Well timed, excellent interception. Has ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And here's Haaland. Decent chance! Hernandez. Oh, super ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Messi. Messi goes steaming forward.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Taken back almost at once. This looks promising. Al Nassr yet to have an attempt on goal. Haaland! There it is! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
The first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's a
Chance for a shot! It's there! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
It's gone for a throw-in. And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Gakpo. Knocks it into space. Oh, nicely intercepted. Messi. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Haaland, looking to play him in, and the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0 and things are stopped. Chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? It's going to go a long way. And here's Haaland. He's had a shot! Oh, brilliant save.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
And this could be the final action of the first half. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And here's Neymar. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, that start of another 45 minutes. Al Nassr didn't have a great first half. They need a change of fortune. Haaland. Hazard. Now then, the ball's come loose. Goes for the shot. He's having a shot. And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best. So, third corner of the game. Gabriel gets it away. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Haaland. Lovely. Now, shot a goal! And he hits the net. Players Crowds ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball and they're in.
It's become a case of men against boys. That's a sharp pass. Oh, that was vital. Neymar. Now, what about a counter-attack? And here's Messi. Messi. And this is Neymar. Neymar was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Neymar has a shot! Tries to pass it through. And it's Neves. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rijkaard with the clearance. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van der Ven cuts it out. Great vision. Hazard in acres of space out wide. Shapes to shoot! It's in! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even
And that's it. And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. We come to you now with a quick request for support throughout charity.
প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন ভাই, ছোট ভাই চ্যানেলটাকে।
এই গান মানবতার জন্য।
সাউন্ড গাও না প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন তঙ্গবিতে একটু ভয় নেই গো, ভয় করো, আল্লাহকে ভয় করো। প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন।
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. The Kittelada did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And here's the chance to counter. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Flash, here's the header! That's another chance! It's in! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that safe at this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
works just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Back towards the middle. And the return pass.
Al Nassr are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Frosinone look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. The ball, big header! He's got away with one there. That is good alertness. Gakpo, and the counter is on. 30 minutes gone. Tries to play it through. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Can he get on the end of this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Nicely weighted ball.
That's a simple one for the keeper. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Pinches it off him.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
DiMarco. And Bastoni. Tomori. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And this is Batistuta. And here's Gakpo. Gakpo with the cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Al Nassr really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter.
To Kitalana!
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Messi in a wide position. Spread out to the left. He's found support out wide. Shot a goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It requires real discipline to defend this deep, and they are showing just such discipline. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Stojkovic. Messi. Messi going face to face with his great run. Tries from a long way out. Turns back here, probably the best option.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tomori did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. .75 minutes played.
Al Nassr really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have...
And the finish! He should have put that one away.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Substitution on the field. Number 7. Frosinone can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Tries to get it clear. It's an excellent interception. Al Nassr have the chance to go the other way. And this is Messi. Cross deflected behind for a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And now they can spring out of defence. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Al Nassr are running out of time to save themselves. There will be 1 minute added time. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a...
Só tô olhando, você não mete.
प्लीज़ भाई ज़रा ज़रा वीडियो को वॉचिंग करते वीडियो को
welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. As you can see, we've already started here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Promising position. Crosses it. Terrific header. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
He's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Danger averted for now. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation. Shoots! It's there! That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned fisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Ball's gone out of play. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That's really well cleared. Throw it. Oh, this looks sharp. Stojkovic. Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Lewandowski is offering a wry smile there.
Al Nassr with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, it's come loose, and he's following up. He scored again in a trice, and they are soaring. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Yeah, showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
So that's two now without reply.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
And they're quick to press. Stojkovic.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski with the foul. Toyan-Palo. Gakpo. Good driving run. Gakpo! Oh, split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Gakpo. Now it's Batistuta. Good take, and is he in? And he's in on goal. And Messi! Yes! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that is worthy of universal appreciation. Even the opposing fans have to recognise the quality there.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Al Nassr find a position of real strength now. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Stood up well to him there. Batistuta. Lewandowski goes for goal! And that tested the keeper.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
And he plays one through. He's having a shot! Sticks it away! It could be a lifeline! Two more needed! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Reached half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a 2-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Al Nassr head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And we are back on the way. He's on it, can charge, surely! No mistake! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So now the difference is 3. That's been drilled in, and that was very necessary. Caresses it, takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking. Barella. Lewandowski is being harried and hassled.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Messi. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Barella. And it's DiMarco. Tries to pass it through.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Oh, well played, well played. Toyan-Palo. De Ketelaere kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Batistuta. Can he get on the end of this? There's no flag. There's the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Al Nassr certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Substitution in progress.
So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while. That's a sharp pass. Barella, and the pass is intercepted. Tomori. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Gakpo, who's set up 1 goal so far. De Ketelaere. Stojkovic. He's had it taken off him. And De Ketelaere.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a throw. And it's with the keeper. Bastoni. Al Nassr clearly now in lead preservation mode.
Added time.
And Tomori. Barella. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Al Nassr can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly.
Please.
Batistuta.
প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন ভাই, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। দেয় না রে। প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দেবেন ভাই, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন। মিনু যা, ওই ঘরে যা, ওই ঘরে যা, ওই ঘরে যা, পাশের ঘরে যা, পাশের ঘরে যা। আর তুই মার খাওয়ার লেগে আর পায়ের নিচে বসছিস। প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওটাকে একটা লাইক করে দেবেন ভাই, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দেবেন। ওটা দিই না, ওটা দিয়ে দিছে শালার। এদিকে তো একটা দিতে হ্যারিকেন ম্যারিকেন করলে তো দিত। প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে চ্যানেলটাকে একটা সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন ভাই, ভিডিওটাকে লাইক করে দেবেন ভাই।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle. Sporting have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in.
Well, you know, Peter, the brains of this particular team's operation is Pep Guardiola, someone who can dictate the tempo, and his appreciation of the game is a step above most.
Yeah, he's a thinking man's footballer, isn't he?
Indeed, and I'm really looking forward to watching him.
Messi. He is through here. Haaland. Messi. And the shot's on here. That has been knocked clear. Gakpo.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Now, can they get him away? He's found a way past. Oh, that's fabulous. Tries a shot! That was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That has been slung wide. Saliba tries to clear. And here's Messi, crossed into the middle. Gabriel getting this one clear. Looking to play him in. He might be in here. And he's had it nicked away. Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Shot at goal! Goal! Sporting! And Sporting score first. Perfect timing, perfect connection, and a perfect outcome.
I'll tell you, more went into that than you think. He had to anticipate the cross, get in the right position, and then time the volley.
Sporting have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Gakpo plays a sharp little ball here.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Thinks about the shot. Bellingham! He scores! And they're at it again in double quick time. It was the crispest of hits. He just crashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Sporting are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Here's a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do.
And there's the end of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
Please keep your eyes on your children during the match at all times.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But
And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now that looks a decent ball. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that's been intercepted.
he read that really well and stopped it.
It's come to nothing.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And here's Gakpo. That's very neat.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Chance for a shot! It's a goal! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Stojkovic. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, that was vital.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Lewandowski! A real chance and a real let-off.
Al Nassr certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And this is Messi.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Good read, needed to be. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Gakpo.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Hazard. And here's Messi. Hazard.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Looking for options for movement. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose.
কেমনটা লাগে প্লিজ ভাই যারা যারা ভিডিওটাকে ওয়াচিং করতেছেন ভিডিওকে একটা লাইক করে দিবেন ভাই, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে দিবেন, চ্যানেলটাকে সাবস্ক্রাইব করে ভাই সাপোর্ট করবেন ভাই। কিরে তুই তরকারি আনস নাই?
তরকারি নাই।
তোরে এটা কইতে আইতে এতক্ষণ লাগলো?
ওয়াও ওয়াও এটি কাইট বড় আকারের। বেশি ডরাই।
এরকম পুরস্কার চিল্লাস না।
হাওয়া চলে যায় দাদা, হাওয়া চলে গেছে, হাওয়া চলে গেছে।
হাওয়া চলে যাবে এদের